Okay, let's go. Time to use an autosave feature. Please do not power off when the autosave indication is showing. Well, hopefully it didn't crash during an autosave, huh? Because that would be goddamn awkward, wouldn't it? Okay, the Drun Legacy. Hugo's Herboretum 013. Curiosities 2, 1 of 11 gifts. Okay, so there's actually quite a bit to find. Let's see where we are. And if it will crash again in half an hour, probably. Because it seems to crash and freeze every half an hour. So, let's see. 1348, the Serene Southwestern Legend of the Kingdom of France. Okay, so we're in France. Lord Drun's family lives in a fragile peace where the borders of Guyenne tremble with the echoes of war against the English. They don't sound French, they sound more Swedish. So, but sure, I guess it's in France. I guess they could be French. So they're French. Pardon me. French nobles and the English are coming in and invading. And we are in the southwest of France, which is quite a way to go and invade England, to be fair. Like, you know, the northwest, the northeast, sure, that's just across the pond. The southwest, you've fully invaded the entirety of France at that point. You've completely taken over France at that point if you're invading down right to the bottom of it. Like, you're practically... Well, I mean, the south... Yeah, the southwest. You're practically in Spain at that point with the southwest. So, that's quite something. And, like, you're literally murdering their entire household. Like, the slaves and all. They are wearing the English Crusaders colours and armour. Because, you know, if you're not believing in God, you end up getting destroyed. Because we're a fucking awful country. It's like, believe in our religion or die. Yeah, that's really good, isn't it? And then you incorporate every other religion's thing that you come across and twist that to be like, hey, that's Christian. Oh, yes, that thing you're doing that celebrates Christmas. That's... Oh, it's frozen in a completely different. There we go. Okay, and it's frozen awkwardly staring at the door. Okay, let's watch him fall down behind the doorway again. Like, he gets smashed on the head, he falls down, and then somehow he's on the other side of the door. Like, he lifted his legs up and then flopped them back down on the other side of the door. That was quite a theatric fall, I guess. He's got a fancy necklace, to be fair. Okay, it's moving on from the bosom head scene.
We will be all right. Do you hear me? Come on.
I think we should go quickly before the other soldiers notice that we're here. That are literally murdering the rest of the family. Casually walks out. Casually close the door loudly.
I'll go first, and you just
like that won't draw attention. The soldiers that are still inside the house, killing everyone. Yeah, how do we let go of his hand, though? You know, not to make him panic and draw attention to the guards. I had to look for collectible. Those birds are leaving a weird shadow, weren't they? Flying overhead. That's just the stump of a tree.
I will be back soon. You have to be quiet, right? I'll wait for you. You can come here. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave you right here, right now. That'd be a terrible idea. We're not holding his hands. I can make you let go. Okay, I can make him let go again. Can I drop you off the edge?
Through the grass, they won't be able to see us. Wait. Mommy. Shh.
Someone dead in here. Yeah, let's just follow the mom. But what's in here? Just a wishing well? We'll stay in the tall grass to remain invisible. But they've killed literally everyone. Literally everyone. Okay. That guy isn't turning around. That guy... When he's staring into the grass, he would notice us going through the grass. Come on. Like, he would notice the ruffling of these... It's not even grass, it's just... weeds. I don't know what type of flowers these are meant to be, but they're wildflowers for certain. They're not like something you traditionally... Like, he's staring right at us. How would he not notice us? Come on.
Says he watched the kids grow up.
Yes.
Oh, is he a
One
tracer?
loves flowers. I used to take him some.
Flowers? You can do better than that. Take him. Make sure he tells you everything he knows.
Please, don't.
Shut up.
Beta.
Move.
I guess he's trying to keep himself alive, but come on. I wonder if I actually moved there, like, we might have garnered their attention. I wonder if I could make the kid poke out and be like, you know, because, like, I'm still in the flowers, but the kid's out there where you can maybe notice them. I wonder if we could have teased them like that, and they're like, I wonder where this boy that we're hunting is. He's right here.
I've worked here all my life. You're like family to me. You'll get nothing out of me. Go to hell.
Oh yeah? You first.
His crotch was unbelievably close to his face.
Now come down.
You know, I was wondering what was going on there for a moment. Especially when he started thrusting his arms at the guy.
Cowards. Oh, stop. You're
Robin
breaking
Hood.
my heart. You know, if your master had just given us his son, we could have avoided all this.
And you could maybe point out that we walked right past you there and saved your own life. So I appreciate you not doing that.
Right. All right. Be careful getting down. Yes.
It's just a boy.
There was a timer there, so
Take.
I wondered, like, is there a specific time before he starts screaming for murder because we've abandoned him? Right, rock. So clearly we're going to have to smash someone in the face.
We have to get further away. If I can hit the helmets in the crates over there, your sling will give us away. I can throw it instead.
To be stealthy, holds LB to throw projectiles by hand. Okay. I mean, that's literally locked on and you can't miss it. Okay, and then press RT.
That noise
Right, let's go.
came from over there.
I think it came from over there. The Englishman that sounds far more French than the rest of us.
I showed you.
What's wrong with him?
His illness has awoken. We need to go faster.
Calm down. So, the boy?
He's hiding, but Lord Nicholas is tracking him down.
His illness or his powers?
Right hand.
Watch your surgeons throw enemy... Okay, metal objects. Well, there's some pots and pans right there.
Soon he'll get the... I help.
Let's go.
Be right back.
Be careful! You never
Be careful. Yes, I'm English. Be very careful, sir. It's not even very English accent either, to be fair.
We can't go. Mother.
Maybe by throwing one of these pots,
Really?
the noise will attract him. We'll slip past behind his back.
All right.
Okay, so are we selected on pop? Yeah, okay.
Listen.
Where am I throwing this? Hold LB to aim throw. Throw the ball to the surface. Enemies highlighted in white will hear the sound. Okay. Like, you know, this surely draws attention to us.
That noise.
Although.
Better go see what it was.
I'm sorry, there's just something a bit weird and sussy about the way that you did that.
Stay calm. Hold my hand tight.
Suddenly it rains. Nice that they gave us 2 pots just in case we messed it up.
Locked from the other side.
Mother.
He definitely won't hear you pushing at the door either.
Hugo, I'm sorry. I know you're scared, but if you get through there, you can open the door for us. You're the only one who can do it.
Behind you.
Just concentrate on the door. You're a brave
Synchronized dancing.
day. Amicia is going to let go of your hand. Then you can quickly go through.
We've already
Right?
let go of his hands.
Be strong.
Well done.
There are people. Hold my hand. Come on. It's okay, Hugo. Straight away.
Mercy! Mercy!
Wait.
Screaming for mercy won't make you run faster, my lad.
So there's just something funny about that to me. The way they turn around as well when I'm not trying to make them turn around. Sorry, Mother, we're too busy synchronized dancing. It's A to get over certain obstacles. Okay. Apple trees.
What is it? What?
You saw nothing, it was just the winds. It must have been the winds. Forget it, must have been the winds. Come on.
Amicia, you have to help him next time.
Sorry,
No, my head.
I was wondering why she didn't send him first.
Listen to my voice, Hugo. You know how this goes.
My eyes. My head.
Listen to me. Breathe. Think of the cloud that you breathe in and blow out. In, out. Like that slowly.
Mother, we can't stay.
Give him a little time. Are you alright, Hugo?
I think so.
So, let's continue. Courage, my darling.
Take my hands. Come on.
Follow me. Quietly now. All right.
We gotta dance. We need to dance. He keeps letting go, to be fair, of his own accord. You don't need to hold him constantly. You know there's got to be a collectible somewhere in here. There has to be. Like, there were so many, apparently. How could there not be collectibles that we're potentially walking by?
We can go now.
It's too risky with Hugo. He's slower than us.
There are bots over there. I could cross, make a diversion.
Alone.
Yes, you'd have more time. I can let you know when it's all right.
Be very careful.
Wait, will he actually be safe here? Or is he going to moan? Also, I have pots already. Nothing.
Aim well. Mother and Hugo need time to get through.
Wait, are you paying attention, sir? You are not. We didn't aim well. You aimed poorly. Okay, throw a pot to divert him long enough for them to get through. Good job there are spare pots. Right, so that's the awkward thing. I couldn't see where he would pay attention. Because I can't see him whilst we're also doing this awkwardly over there. Because I kind of want to throw it over there where it would give long enough diversion. Hello?
What was that
I
noise?
need to call them now. Psst, come here.
We're coming.
Okay, hopefully that's a long enough diversion. Come on, hurry up, you slowpokes.
Well done.
Okay, it wouldn't let me move from there, so it had better been a safe place. I probably could have just abandoned them entirely and gone of my own accords.
The garden gate. We should be able to get out of here.
There's one guard left.
The scarecrow. I used to practice firing at it.
But he will come this way.
Yes, but we can wait until he goes away again.
All right. Leave this to me.
Or I can throw a pot in a distant place.
What the hell was that?
Surely. Surely I could throw a pot in a distant place and make him walk all the way over there to the door or something and then go, but... Yeah, are there any collectibles
Go
here?
away. Get out of here.
Now,
You want to go to the door? I want to go look at the collectibles. I want to find a collectible. You know there's got to be a hidden collectible. Not. That's it. You climb over the wall.
You're alive. This way.
This way. Follow me.
He's gonna sell us out, isn't he? He's absolutely gonna sell us out.
Go and hide quickly now.
Oh, you not coming with us? It just runs. Well, here comes trouble.
Madame, they are here.
You have to take your brother to Laurentius.
The doctor?
Yes, he helped me treat Hugo. He will look after you.
And what about you?
You
have
do
to
not
come.
need me, Amicia. You are.
But I do need you.
But she's about to die, so...
Hurry now.
Dominar, okay, well he's got a religious belt.
Mother, no!
I don't think that's gonna hold him off for long, to be fair. Also, like, you almost got stabbed yourself through that gate. You're dead now. That's not gonna stop him. So you kind of wasted your life there.
Take the boy alive!
What's happening? Where's Mummy?
She'll catch up with us. Run! It's close to you.
That arrow hit him there. Take the boy alive! Yeah, that arrow kind of went right through him.
The ground is shaking.
Don't stop! They're right behind us!
Yeah, why is the ground shaking?
Right on!
Where are we going? Mummy won't be able to find us.
She's dead. Did you not see her die?
Go back and look for Mummy.
She had a sword through her chest.
Where should we go?
I think the monster's getting them. It's bursting out the ground, or is... Yes. It's the same thing that got the doggo.
Are we going to die?
No! We have to lose them! Oh no! They're everywhere!
What do we
No, they've gone. There's hardly any of them left anymore.
Take a deep breath. Jump!
We're just gonna drown in the river. Okay. We really didn't find any of those collectibles. It said like there's 12 of one thing, 6 of another, and we got 1 spice and we got 1 whistle. We looked everywhere. How were there other collectibles? Unless they were behind all the guards and we were meant to do like huge distractions, get them or something. But we looked practically everywhere we were going. Okay. So, 24 minutes. That says maybe that 6 to 10 minutes says if it's gonna every half an hour crash.
Someone there should be able to help us find Laurentius.
But maybe it's fixed now, and maybe it won't crash anymore. Tree symbol, but it doesn't have the sun and the moon on it, so only half the family. It's really not looking after him, are you? Just leaving him back there. You could have fallen back in the river and drowned for all you noticed.
Mummy won't be happy when she finds out I fell in the water.
Also, why is there a dishwasher thing there?
Well,
Random place for some dishwasher water.
let's not mention it when we see her, alright?
Also, you didn't fall in. We specifically jumped in to get away from the murderers chasing us. And how are you still muddy after swimming through all that water? What is that random driftwood? It looks a bit weird. It's bobbing and floating weird. Is that like a dinosaur bone? It's a very weird piece of driftwood. Okay, someone's left their towels out to dry. They were just washing their towels out here. But I don't know why they would bother having, like, a washer water thing when they probably would just wash it in the lake with the suds, to be fair, back in those days. They wouldn't have bothered having, like, a dishwashery thing. Roggos are croaking at us.
Misha, why did they want to capture us?
I don't know.
Because you have powers.
We'll ask Laurentius to take us to see Mummy and Daddy.
Yes, of course.
But of course, you know, he has a bit of a lisp because it's a European thing, but lo and behold, you can talk with a lisp anywhere else, people will be racist as fuck towards you. So, yeah. They will be racist fucks. Because, oh, you're not allowed to speak different. How dare you speak different? You don't speak like me. Fucking racist. I'm sick of it.
An amulet.
Oh, Mummy gave me one once.
Me too. Someone must have lost it. I think we can take it. Could be useful.
That way we'll be protected.
I mean, we're literally wearing a necklace. Okay, that suggests it might be the seconds. So maybe it's still the same area, I don't know. Faced with the violence of the plague, fear and superstition pushes commoners to obtain or make lucky charms. The scrupulous artisans make money by selling rings and necklaces made of any material at high prices. These improbable trinkets, surrounded by superstition, are supposed to protect people from evil. Well, this one's got like a ruby, a coin, and like some marble. Yeah, I don't think that's like any sort of protection at all. The tablecloth. Yeah. Handwoven doilies are often decorated with lace and used primarily to protect tables from hot dishes. This doily was adorned with family coats of arms, traditional pattern for young, well-bred girls when they learn to crochet. Also, did that have a rat on it? No, it's birds. Like, it almost looked like a rat from one angle. Rare and expensive spices are not found at all tables. Moreover, the population is convinced of a hierarchy of elements based on the proximity to the divine. Fire precedes air, which is above water, which covers earth. Vegetables, which grow, and the least noble of the elements are meant for the destitute, whilst birds fly across the heavens generally end up on the plates of lords. Okay, but then why were these lords and ladies of the land having tables filled with vegetables and fruit? I mean, I guess fruits are higher up and they're kind of the closest in the air that they had, but they were eating carrots and vegetables as well, to be fair. Also, like, one of them is paprika. One of them is cayenne. Like, these are all red spices. I know she said one was cinnamon, but like, one just looks like powdered up Doritos. I don't know what all those spices are because they're not traditional, authentic UK spices, mostly. That would be available in this era, is what I'm trying to say, you know. They're not traditional. Well, it's France, but still, they're not of the era. Like, you would have more herbs and things, but, you know. Also, salt would be a precious spice in this era. Should we be going this way? Like, it kind of feels like there's something back up here that we didn't go to, so I'm gonna, like, look up here for collectibles. Because, oh no, this is just where we came from. It just looked different from the other angle. Is it? Yeah. Just sort of trails off a bit into the lands there. Okay. Right. So here's where my explorer's instinct sort of causes me problems because it's going to be grown. Well, this is how you know it's not a real... That's not even a duck. What are you? You've got the head of a pigeon more than a duck. Because a duck would hiss at you. Like, especially if it's near its family. Also, like, they would always be in groups, they wouldn't be singular. And, well, I mean, they can be. I've seen one singular, but mostly they're by the canal side, and they hiss at you if you go anywhere near them. They get very protective.
Not now.
But
Don't touch them. They're all rotten.
I'm hungry.
How can
Some
you eat
very
food right now?
stinky fish. And eels for the commoners, and then 2, like, normal fish. But again, you know, in these days, also, like, there's pilchard or something there. In these days, eels are considered, like, very expensive. Whereas in the old days, like this, the eels were what the common folk ate, so not rich people. But it's like, because they're from the sea? I don't know. You know, because it's like, oh, that's a commoner's person, it's under the sea. Although water, you know, that's an element of its own. Like, these veggies are very skanky, aren't they? They become white and mouldy. Like, how do you even get a cabbage to go that colour? Like, they do not. Or the courgette. That's also a very fat courgette. The pumpkin, apples, and gourd. Like, they definitely have gone very skanky. bread has even gone weird because the inside of it's perfectly fine, but the outside's very moldy. So I don't know how you've done that to the breads. And some oils. Chickens everywhere. I guess they murdered whoever lived here as well. It seems. Because otherwise they wouldn't have just left everything like this. I think they plowed through here and murdered everyone. Those goddamn Englishmen.
There must be a lot of people.
No. Like, considering it looks dead and everything is abandoned here, which is quite clearly their marketplace, I think they're all dead, and it's probably they've set fire to the place to try and hide the evidence, is what I think has happened, actually. They've ignited the place. But yeah, the fire of London was totally an accident, and they definitely didn't burn it to try and kill out the plague. Not remotely. They did,
me?
but
Please wait.
it's not what
Madam?
you get told in, like, the stories.
What's the matter with them?
They look scared.
Probably the plague. This town is probably... That's probably why all the food's everywhere then. And, like, probably why people are still alive. The plague has taken over this town. And, like, they don't want to be outside and talking to anyone. And they're burning the place to try and get rid of it. We're going to knock on the door and pester them.
Excuse me, I'm the daughter of Lord Robert de Rune. We were attacked. We need help.
Please, it's very cold.
I don't think you want to be telling people who you are when you are being hunted. I don't think that's smart.
There. I'm with my little brother.
Are
The
you?
Rune estate was attacked.
Where did he go?
Please help
Can you
us.
open the door?
Oh, he ran over there.
Hungry.
What on earth is going on?
I mean, he's okay being separate on his own for that. Just for foods. I need to go knock on the food place.
Help. No one is going to let us in. What's the matter with them?
They're all scared of the plague. They, you know, he's quick enough to run away on his own when there's food. Okay, there's a way that way, but there's a side alley up here. I'm going to go down the side alley and see what they're hiding down here. More doors to knock on.
Please, somebody help us.
Go away. You're not wanted here.
But I'm your lord's daughter.
See, we are... Okay, we can't use our slingshot whilst we're holding this guy's hand. Can I... We can't let go of his hand either. Wow. There are rocks, so that kind of suggests, like, maybe I'm supposed to. I was going to throw a rock in a window to be a right little chav. A right little spoilt brat. I'm lord of your lands, you should let us in. And lady of the lands, whatever. But, yeah, like, you know... You are being hunted. There's probably a bounty on your head. You probably... That's, you know, they're probably being attacked by the same military people as well. Okay, that's a reflective thing. Because this seems to be, like, maybe the way to go. I'm going to go and investigate the other alley. But maybe they're both right paths in their own manner. Yeah, don't announce who you are to everyone. I know you're a kid and you're not the brightest, but don't announce to everyone, hey, I'm the person that they're all looking for. You know, there's a nice little prize if you hand us over. There's a nice bounty on our heads, but hey, you know, help us. We are the lords and ladies of your land. You must help us. Everyone's just shutting all their doors. Yep, that's a plague door. Right, that's where we came from. That's a plague door. There's something here, another way.
Anyone there?
There's nothing for you here. Clear off.
What has got into you all?
I don't like this place.
The plague, that's what's got into them. They don't want the plague. They maybe suspect the kid has the plague. Okay, so this is just... Ah!
Soap?
Don't touch it, Hugo.
Is it soap? Don't touch it! It'll clean your hands and your face and save you from infections! Don't touch it! As the fear of miasmas associated with the smell of the dead spread, hygiene makes great advances along with development of towns and villages. Rudimentary sewers start to appear and most villages have saunas, public baths. accessible to all. On a daily basis, everyone washes their hands before each meal, and soap can be found even in the most modest buildings. Okay, so the plague created hygiene. And then, you know, COVID also reminded people hygiene. Hygiene is important. Wash your hands before a meal and after, to be fair. Because otherwise, like, it just ends up skanky as fuck. You go hide in the chickens, for whatever reason. Why are we climbing into your chickens? Can I send you through that hole? Like, that's a crawl hole for you. Like, I know it told me that I could send you through crawl holes before, but it doesn't seem to let me send you through that one in particular. But yeah. People don't find washing their hands before eating important for some reason. And, you know, it's kind of bad when you've been touching everything in the world and out in public as well. And it's like, you know, go wash your hands before you eat and after you eat as well, because otherwise, like, you know, you got greasy face and hands. Because I don't care how tidily you eat, it still gets everywhere. You know, you still get the greasy feeling, or at least I feel the greasiness. So I feel like I need to wash.
Oh look,
But maybe I'm just...
Come back here. That means there are sick people in these houses. Don't touch anything.
Oh, they're not allowed to go outside.
No, they're
More
not.
serious than that. It means that we could.
They're locked out!
So stop running around.
Alright, sorry.
But yeah, like, I feel the greasiness after eating. Maybe it's just, like, you know,
There was
subconscious
fire.
or something, I don't
And
know.
all the furniture.
Yeah, it was probably infected. They did a better job of stopping an infection back in these days than modern days. You know, they were too slow to act in modern days. They're like, we'll just let it spread everywhere. Herd immunity will happen and that will stop it. No. You know, in these days they knew to quarantine people that were highly contagious and, like, stop it spreading. And to wash. And not be the great unwashed, which is another name for England at times as well. You know, it turns out they were more intelligent back then. It turns out they were more intelligent.
Alicia, do apples on a tree belong to everyone?
I mean, we're lords and ladies of the land. This is... yeah...
With things as they are at the moment, I suppose so.
Oh, thank you.
Plus we're on the run and we're hungry. So, you know, take apples whilst we can. Do I not want an apple? Does that distract him for a while? I wonder if that's a mechanic that is teaching us. Like, you can distract him and abandon him for a while if you give him an apple. Also, he's still eating it. That's it. Just loudly munch that in my ears.
Contaminated. That's why everyone's hiding.
And that's also why it's on fire. Because they're trying to burn it. Which is, again, you know...
Doesn't sound
one way of stopping the infection spreading. Obviously, we weren't that primitive in modern days. We used alcohol, and they're burning the witches and the infected. You know, we sanitize now rather than burn. But again, you know, we were too slow to react.
Well, I'll be damned. Here's the rest of them.
What? No! Wait, we're just looking for someone.
And you found him. It's your damn music what brought them out, huh?
Music?
Dirty vermin that invaded our church. That filth would attack our children in their beds and gave them the black thing. But now you found Conrad.
That's a big mallet you got there.
This is the last village you'll infect.
Amicia!
Come on!
Well, time to run again.
Amicia!
Just run!
Everyone hates us.
Hungry! Are they
Because you infected them. Yep, everyone wants to kill you, apparently.
We have to hide, Amicia!
Here, get inside, quickly!
It's just someone's random house whilst the entire town wants to murder you. This is fine.
He's going to see us.
themselves. Then we'll get them.
And everyone else knows that you came in here. Also, like, I see what you're mean. He's clearly looking. He will see you throw at the pots and pans.
Racket about.
What messed with my pots and pans? What is that racket? You will not see us. Or staring straight at us. You know, there's definitely nobody over there that threw. Also, he literally just saw us. Well, okay, he saw us afterwards again. He came back. That was weird. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe it was because he saw us that he decided to turn around, but like he was staring at us way too much. Eh? I guess we're meant to stop off the checkpoint, or what? Or do we just follow him? But that doesn't seem right either.
Come on.
Okay, he's not staring at us so much anymore. Okay, he's actually looking at them this time, rather than looking at us.
Nothing.
Must have been the winds.
Hey, what's that again? I'll go take a look.
Yeah, that was scripted nonsense. Like, he shouldn't have been as aware as he was. He should have been staring at that.
Almost.
He was staring at us, weirdly.
Back to your guard.
Not that way.
Okay, well, he saw us from a mile.
Come on, just run as fast as you
But
can.
that was obviously scripted to be seen for another running scene.
Yeah, the
Because it wouldn't let me run when the guy saw us in the house. Where could they have gone? Over this quite clear fence or
never have come here.
Why are they doing that?
somewhere else?
They think we have brought evil with us. We have to find a way out of here. Let's push it.
Yes.
Okay, I was going to push it to block the door, but I'm guessing it wants us to use it to step up there more than anything. Also, like, this is very awkward to steer. Tank controls. Yes, we'll use this to get out of here. I was going to block the way with it. Seemed more sensible.
Climb onto it now.
Also, whilst we're here, do you have anything that I can steal? Okay, so they're tanning hides and making drums. And not trampolines. Or are they for shields? I'm not sure. It might just be for armor and clothes. And like that's just conveniently how they stretch them on circular things. I'm not a tanning expert. And then all the meat that was left on the hide just left to waste when you could literally turn that into food, you know. I was starving for meat, but, you know, we'll just leave a pile of the meat that isn't needed for the hide process just to go skanky over here.
Was right, not a sound.
So wasteful. So wasteful. You know, if they were so starving for meat, they should have cooked the leftover meat that was not part of the hide, right? Am I wrong? That's surely edible meat. It looks edible. It would surely be edible. Okay, what am I missing here? Window? Ah, window. Right, which means there's something to move in here. Another cart? But not that. We smashed the door? Nope. Oh, this thing. Right, okay.
There's a crate up there.
No shit.
The chain doesn't look very strong.
But it will make some noise, right?
Do you have a better idea?
I'm shooting it with your sling, of course. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. I'm like, why can't I throw it up there to make it drop down? Yeah, no, you've got a sling. Completely forgot that that was a different button. It's nice that they actually tutorialized it. Okay, this is a problem. Also, we're very strong apparently at pushing this. Conveniently had wheels on it. You know, it was just a crate hanging up there. But now it's a cart that has wheels.
Right.
Somehow it gained wheels and a nice little thing to push it with as well. Yeah, you definitely should have been telling the entire town who you were.
We got out.
So we can leave now.
I don't think we're out
Don't
yet.
find us again.
But you have your sling. You can protect us.
It's not that easy, Hugo.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it is that easy, right? I guess we're gonna be running again soon. Yeah, you're still not out. That's quite clearly locked. There's also a window right there.
Oh no, quickly, quickly!
I knew it! I knew it.
The ladder, go and climb, you first!
it doesn't look safe, Amicia.
We're running out of
It
time,
won't
they're
break.
coming!
Then climb the ladder!
No, no!
I told you.
Hugo, where are you going? Don't leave me!
Amicia, come here. This side.
There you are!
I found this, so you can climb up.
Well done. I'll get it to fall. Watch out!
Okay. I mean, they don't seem to be following us.
Come on.
You know, there's really no threat here. They were chasing you. Are you sure?
I'm sorry about the ladder.
It's my fault. You were right.
We need to go home.
We can't. Not without Laurentius.
Like, they really don't seem to be following us. Oh, they got in now, huh? That's a fancy axe! That's a very nicely crafted steel axe. That's very sharp. That's a weapon that you should absolutely take with you. Like, maybe the shaver isn't smart. Though you could use it, but it's unwieldy. The mallet definitely isn't suitable for you. The hammer, maybe. The hammer and the axe, I would absolutely take for protection if I was you. But nah, you know, your sling will do perfectly fine.
Where the hell are they?
We've surrounded the area. They were here a few minutes ago.
The two of you surrounded the whole area? Get out of here!
They have, quite literally. Blocked off that way, though.
Rats. I send them back to hell! Like beasts. They won't get out of here alive!
They won't get out of here alive. Okay, I thought you were meant to be French. I thought you were supposed to be French. Nope, he's a goddamn Britishman just the same as the invaders. But this is a local French town and it's a British man. A literal British Londoner.
Come on.
Conrad lost his mind when his
Look
kid
out.
died. We have to burn innocent people? Chase kids? Meanwhile, the plague spreads through the village. What was that noise?
That's probably a collectible. We can't go in that one. Okay, so you can only go in these white flowers. You can't go in normal bushes for some reason. Only in the white flowers. Okay, we've already got pots. Quite clearly we need to use pots. Go fetch the pots. Some pot. Do you not want the pot? Bye bye. There's probably a collectible behind there, right?
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, what was the point in being stealthy when there's literally somebody again? Oh, so they haven't even bothered putting crosses on those doors.
Quickly, please.
They're just white stains of clay. Of chalk, sorry. Shut the door properly. Oh yeah, you just let it close.
Quickly.
They know we're here.
He goes.
No, it's stuck.
Can we go in the fireplace? Nope. Okay. Out the window? Like, why won't it let me send you out the window to unlock it from the other? Oh, no, it will. Okay.
Right.
What the hell are you all doing here? Okay, Arnold.
Hurry.
Maybe he's Austrian.
Hugo, please. Hugo, he's here. Hugo, do something. Run.
To stop him, Amicia.
I'm here to dominate you.
We've got to carry on. Just a little further.
You cannot escape me. I am Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
A dead end. We're finished.
That's a window.
This way. Don't be afraid. Come in.
Do you have the plague? Or are you just after the money rewards yourselves?
Get part of the village. Where are they? Listen, we'll tell Conrad we lost them. I'm not
She's got patches in her ass. Yeah, she's infected.
Rest now. You're safe. They'll never come looking for you here. You're soaking. There are clothes you can change into upstairs. In a chest in the bedroom.
I mean,
Are you sure? Thank you.
it's quite a while since we were in that bath in the river. What did I call it, a bath? That's half a pumpkin. Grown not entirely in the ground. Also, you've got the bread, you know, the starch of life. There are clothes upstairs. What if we just leave without changing, huh? Like, thanks for saving us, but, you know, it's time to leave. Do we craft things? That's a fancy crafting table, to be fair, for an old lady. Like, it's not only knitting, got many fancy
Now.
alteration things.
The chest is upstairs.
Yeah. Being nosy. Sorry. I'm being nosy about your fancy crafting table. Could we not just warm up by the fire? Like, this would dry us off quickly. Look how fancy your fire is, roaring away. Also, is that you? When you were young? I think it is. Right, let's go get changed. We don't really look that wet, just filthy. There are many locks on your cabinet. This is a very fancy... This is a fancier cabinet than we have back home, and we're lords and ladies of the land. Who are you, lady? Who are you? Your fancy ass, triple locked, ornately... You've got two of them! Triple locked, very finely ornate. This is much... The amount of workmanship that this would take. Like, this is fancier than you'd find in anything. Like, I don't think anywhere actually has anything this fancy in this sort of era. Like, ornately carved panels on all of the doors and the panels. 3 locks. And they're not normal wardrobe locks like they would normally be, like basic ones. These look fancier. And like, it's a big unit, and that's an expensive item for a commoner. That's a very expensive item for a commoner. And you got 2 of them.